Dearly beloved brothers and sisters in Jesus Christ the Lord, you may be familiar with the ancient pictures painted on the walls of the caves in Lascaux, in southern France. Some 17,000 years ago, cave dwellers began painting their lives. Animals found their place in the cave paintings, and people too, as well as a good share of abstract designs. Since the 1940s, when the paintings were actually discovered, art historians and archaeologists have argued about what exactly do these paintings mean? Truth is, none of us knows exactly why the ancients mixed together a bit of rust and ochre with some water and daubed it on the walls. Maybe they painted for the joy of painting. Maybe they were high on something. Maybe they were so struck by the astounding beauty that surrounded them that they just couldn't contain their delight. In the television series Mad Men, Don Draper commented on one particular aspect of the paintings, the pictures of the hands, a small portion of which you have in this evening's bulletin. Maybe they were the artist's way of signing the paintings, said Draper. Since they didn't have an alphabet yet, how else were they going to say who did all this work? His friend Harry Crane begged to differ. It's like someone reaching through the stone right to us, saying, I was here. I was here. I was here. Maybe that was it. Maybe the artist was expressing a deep, deep longing that we all hold inside us. I was here. I made a dent of some kind in this world. Maybe a pleasant one, maybe not so desirable, but I was born and I lived and I died, and the world was somehow at least infinitesimally different after me from what it was before I showed up on the scene. I made a difference. I had a purpose, and I fulfilled it, and generations after me, 1,000 generations after me, someone will have some sense of my being because they saw my handprint. Because I was here. I focus on this image tonight because what else are we celebrating but God's handprint on our world? God's reaching out to us even more. God's becoming one of us in this baby born in Bethlehem. What else do we experience but God's own self saying to us, I was here. I, the Lord of all creation, I who said, let there be light, and there was light, I, the source of all that was and is to come, I who went looking for my beloved male and female creatures to ask them, where are you? Where have you gone? Where are you hiding? I who visited Abraham under an oak tree, and I who made 90-year-old Sarah laugh to think that she was going to have a baby, I was here. Yes, I was here. I who saved Moses from being married at the hands of the Pharaoh and delivered him into his mother's own arms as a nursemaid. I who used that same Moses to lead my beloved people out of slavery into freedom. I was here. I who dispatched my messengers to remind my people that if they weren't taking care of the poor and the dispossessed, then they had lost their bearings and their claim on me altogether. I was here. I who marked generation after generation after generation from Adam to David to Joseph. I who provided for a world gone wrong to be set right again. I who sent my messengers on this night, not to the center of power in Jerusalem or Rome to get my point across, but I sent them to the dirtiest job in Palestine, to shepherds, to tell the world, starting from the bottom up, peace on earth goodwill to all with those with whom I am pleased. I was here. His name shall be Emmanuel, God with us. I was here. The immensity of it, the grandeur, the glory of the message we share. It doesn't fit on a greeting card. God was here. Our God, not the distant demiurge of the ancient Greeks, not the calculating clockmaker of the 19th or 18th century Enlightenment deists, not the theoretical thought beyond which no thought can ever be thought, but God. God was here, here in human flesh, here, really here. Well, of course, there. Right, so goes the story. There, somewhere in this vicinity of Bethlehem, the city named for bread, the city where Abraham's granddaughter-in-law, Rachel, was buried, the city of David, far, far away in a place where few of us have ever been. We conjure it up by silhouette, don't we? Squat, square buildings lit by a preternaturally bright star, a dome of some sort rising for some reason in the skyline. That's where Jesus was born, there, over there. But there's more to the there than just the where. There, in a world where there was no such thing as a balance of power, only one great power that kept every other power relatively quiet, because that's what made the wheels of trade grind smoothly. That's what kept the drachmas and the shekels and the dollars flowing. Peace, stability. There, in a place where you would never confuse the 1% with the 99%. There, in an environment poisoned by mutual suspicion, where anyone you met might either be a clear thinker about the way the world is, or you might be a total idiot. But there's no room for anything in between, no room for gray. Everything was just black or white. Are you with me? Are you against me? There, in a social system that set the boundaries early. Boys go over here, girls go over there. Our kind of people get this kind of advantage. Others get the short end of the stick. You were either good with God or you were on the outside looking in. And you only took that religious stuff all that seriously if you were half a nut to begin with. There where the government took a huge share out of your pocket, and then if you were religious, that bunch asked you for even more, leaving you with what? Never quite enough, that's for sure. There. That world, right? There. Here. You tell me. I was here. And his name was called Emmanuel. God with us. I am here. Here is where God is. Here in your life, inhabiting your flesh. Here worrying about the pedestrian stuff you worry about each and every day of your life. Here praying every morning and night that your kid will make it through rehab. Here sitting in the third chair over in the doctor's office when you hear the most devastating news. Here weeping with you when the love of your life is taken. Here when you don't have motivation even to get out of bed in the morning. Yes, here too, whooping it up at weddings and commencements, here in the good just as surely as in the bad. Living here, not just existing out there in the ether somewhere, not nestling into some specific fold of our brain tissue, not even cooped up in beautiful buildings like this one, dressed up for the holidays. His name shall be Emmanuel, God with us. I am here. And here we are, reaching out our hands for something, for someone, for some connection with a higher power to put our petty problems in perspective. We reach out to a greater being to reassure us that the universe is friendly, not hostile. We extend our hands in hope that we have a purpose, that we might make some sort of dent on the surface of the world. Timidly, tentatively, we open our hands and put them out. And God stretches out a mighty hand and an outstretched arm in a tiny infant hand. And we grasp, maybe for the first time ever, we hold on that higher power, that greater being is God's love in human flesh. Love beyond measure. Love so unlimited as to fit inside a young woman's womb. Love so powerful as to grace the stable of the powerless. Love born in Bethlehem. Love bound for Calvary. Love so serene as to bless us on this very night. Love so flammable that no sooner do we light our candles for heavenly peace than we burst into joy to the world. The Lord is come. God is here. And we are here. Good Christian friends, rejoice. Rejoice. Good Christian friends, rejoice.